The fallout continues after the Ashley Madison data breach. The site caters to married men and women who want to cheat on their partners. Now the personal information of an estimated 37 million users has been leaked online. Names, email addresses, sexual preferences. It's raising questions about the future of internet privacy. Terry Cutler is a cybersecurity expert and founder of the data defense digital firm, Digital Locksmith. Thank you for joining us, Terry.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. So this is something that, brings back memories of the Sony hack. Target also went through a credit card data breach. So it seems to show that no matter how big a company is or how immune they may seem to this kind of thing, they're not.
Right, exactly. And but this hack is a little different because it can involve extortion. Because now you got the names of people, where they live, their credit card data, their sexual preferences, and now with the latest leaking of new data, it's got photos and possibly videos of these people. So needless to say, Christmas came early for divorce lawyers.
Yes, no kidding. So is this just part of a new reality when it comes to internet privacy or lack thereof?
It's getting very interesting because what's happening is nobody's robbing banks anymore, right? Everything's going online. And because hackers and scammers can hide their tracks through the internet, it becomes easier for them to commit these crimes. And it's very hard for law enforcement because they're already overwhelmed and possibly undertrained to track all these guys down. So especially when everything's going online, the power grids, electrical grids, these are going to be high targets for the future.
So it's the Impact team, this anonymous online group, that's claiming responsibility for this. The CEO of the company has said, this looks like it could have been an inside job. Do you think that that's what's most likely? I mean, how sophisticated do these groups have to be to carry out this kind of hack?
I mean, it could be an inside job, but at the same time, whenever we do our intrusion testing for companies, right, we always try to go after the IT administrators because usually they're not monitored. So if we can find a way to trick the administrator into clicking on our links and possibly getting a hold of their password, I can kind of become them on the system. So now, whenever I siphon all this data out, they'll think, oh, it's my IT administrator that did this. In fact, it was me sitting in Montreal or Toronto.
And obviously part of the problem here is that this data is easily searchable online. Anyone can find it.
Yes. I think the website is called trustify.info. Allows you to search if your email address has been compromised or inside the Ashley Madison database. Now, for more sophisticated folks, you can actually go to BitTorrent and actually pull down some of their databases. It's about 10 gig in size. The new one is actually 20 gig, but they claim to have up to 300 gig of data, which is a lot of stuff.
Now, it seems that a lot of work email addresses have been revealed. And what does that say about what companies should be telling their employees about internet privacy? Well,
it's going to become, work is work. Your personal time, you shouldn't be using corporate resources, right? So it's going to be an interesting discussion.
Yes.
It's hard for folks to prepare for this because, this is not your typical, credit card breach. Now you got to prepare to tell your spouse that you could be exposed, right? So I think there's a class action lawsuit I think is pending also.
Yes, exactly. That's right. And I guess the lesson here is that no matter how secure you think your information is, when you put it online, it never really is.
If you're going to cheat, do it in person. There's nothing is safe online.
Yeah, nothing at all, including this whole infidelity issue.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate that. Oh, looks like we have a little bit more time left. I have one more question for you. When it comes to passwords and stuff, do people choose passwords that are a little too easy, for example, just generally speaking, a little lazy?
Most of the time they really create crappy passwords, like 12345 or password or name of their pet. And you want to create passwords that are between 16 and 25 characters long. Now, I know what you're thinking, like how on earth am I going to remember a password that long?
Write it down, I guess.
Write it down, or
the best way.
Remember things like passphrases or song lyrics. So if you say like a password like "I had a great day today, 2015," and replace the A with an @ symbol, the 1 with asterisk or whatever, it'll actually become a strong password and unbreakable.
Well, thank you very much for your insight. We're out of time.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be right back.